ladies and gentlemen. We are at the finale of the 2023 Turkey Shootout at the Roseburg Indoor. Got the beautiful black family-owned number 18T factory QRC Outlaw card behind me, and we're just about ready to roll. Been working hard all day to make some repairs after yesterday, where Carly, my sister, got the job done, and I ran third. It was a good race. At one point I was leading, got caught up in an incident, and bounced back. But long story short, we're going to be getting in and get ready to go out and hot lap and qualify to start this finale. There's $1,000 on the line, and we got to start off by laying down a good time around the Roseburg Indoor. This place is a small, tricky bull ring, races really fast, and when it's right, it puts on a super exciting show. So our goal tonight is one thing, that's to stay ahead of Carly, but to ultimately get the job done and try to bring home a Turkey Shootout championship, and we got to start that off by laying down a good lap. So we just wrapped up qualifying to start the finale. Ended up third quick with a good lap. Ultimately, I only probably got one good lap out there. The other ones I kind of made mistakes on, and you know, time-wise they were all solid, but if you could eliminate those mistakes, that might have been the difference between me and the top of the charts. That's what my dad wants. Hello? Just a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I probably could have ran a little more right rear pressure. Yeah, I was driving as hard as I could, so that, yeah, I just if I would have nailed it, I could have been top of the charts. But now Carly and I will be in the same heat. So Dad was asking me about the car, asking if I was a little bit tight, and I was. Ultimately made good laps. I think the difference was probably me getting through 1 and 2 just a little bit better. In 3 and 4, when I nailed it, I mean, I'm really quick. I feel like I'm running just a little bit higher than everyone else, and I'm able to build so much speed to the center and then drive off really hard with momentum. So with where we're at, we'll start on the pole of our heat race. Today's a two heat race format. So the first time out, I'll be on the pole. Next heat race, I'll start last. And you got to pass cars, you got to move forward, you got to make it happen. So that's how this deal works. And every time now we're on track is going to be really important to set us up for the feature. So just made one slight adjustment to our car before this heat race where we're going to be starting on the pole. The only bad news is Carly is on my outside. Of course, generally we would like to be in separate heats so we could both get the most points and have a better chance of starting up front. But the goal here, run 1-2. We both get as much points as possible, race hard, run hard. We both, of course, want to win this heat race being on the front row, but we'll flip-flop and then be at the back and have to charge forward. Confident with where my car is, just running a little bit more right rear here to help with some of the bumps. Car's kind of hopping, and I just worried about getting too tight, get too stuck on entry, and very small change, but just enough maybe to get me to rotate and make a little bit better corner speed. Gonna climb in, rolling off from the pole. It's much slicker tonight, and it's already starting to wear away tires. So yeah, I'm gonna start making some changes. Won that heat race there, got a good start. I was a little nervous about the start with Carly being on the outside, because I feel like second's kind of at an advantage if she plays it right. So I felt like I had to try to put her in a bad spot to where she couldn't cross underneath me and also try to break our momentum, and was able to do that and you know, won the heat. Now I got to figure out how to make ourselves a little bit better. We have the fastest lap time out of all 4 heat races we ran, you know, by a little bit, but I do think we can find a little bit more drive, mainly center off the corner, keep the car balanced, and just driving off squared up. So that's what I'm going to work to do here. I'm sure it's going to get slicker, slower, and now we got to go forward. We're going to be starting 7th or 8th in this heat race, and we got to try to get every car we can.
Right.
Dang it, guys, almost had him. Close. This thing's junk. Well, a great heat race there for us. Not only did we sneak by Carly, but we snuck by a couple of other cars. Started 7th, finished 2nd. If a late race red that literally came out as we were coming off of Ford of the Checkered, that wouldn't have came out, or that all would have shaken out differently, we could have potentially won the race. I believe with that, we should be in the first 2 rows of tonight's big show. I don't think it's gonna be enough to put us on the pole. We're either gonna be 2nd or 3rd, but we're gonna start towards the front, and I'm totally okay with not rolling off from the pole. I feel like sometimes it's good just to be up in the mix. It's 40 laps, it's a long race, and sometimes it's not always best to be the leader, as I've experienced recently in some kart shows, but we're right where we need to be. Gonna make some adjustments and get ready to go. Quick pause on the video. If you guys are needing to fill your sprint car fix during the winter time, I have a solution. I have some friends down in New Zealand that run RJP TV, and they're actually the sponsor of today's video because they live stream and showcase wing sprint cars and other classes down in the beautiful country of New Zealand, and they have a big race this Saturday at Rapuna Speedway. Now Rapuna, it looks like an awesome track. A couple of my fellow Americans, Joel Myers Jr. and Brenham Crouch, are actually flying into town, so they're going to be beginning their summer tour. And while we have no sprint car racing here, I'm absolutely going to be watching what those guys are going to be doing because I've always dreamed about going down under. So you guys can watch the live stream at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, Friday. Our friends in New Zealand are a day ahead, so we're a day behind. But I'll also have all that information linked at the top of the description. It'll have their live stream, it'll have their website for all the on-demand replay, and then also their YouTube channel where they post some highlights so you can go watch all that for free. But anyway, thanks to RJP TV. Excited to work with them more this winter and, you know, try to promote some of the stuff that's going on down in the beautiful country of New Zealand, and, you know, get one step closer to hopefully, you know, fulfilling my dream. One day I want to get down there. It's on my bucket list, so hopefully we'll get the chance to make that happen. Anyway, let's head back to Roseburg. So we got the 18T all ready to roll. 40 laps. It's a long race ahead of us. The first half, kind of just race into the fuel stop. If you get the opportunity to get the lead, of course, we're going to want to jump out front, set the pace, kind of control everything. But for the most part, otherwise, you know, start forming a game plan on how we can win the turkey shootout. Whether that be pouncing on a restart or, you know, kind of lap traffic or kind of just, you know, getting better on a long green flag run. Our car's set up to where we're going to be good early, but we should be able to maintain that pace throughout the race. Get to the fuel stop, and that's almost like a whole nother A main event. You run 20 and then you run 20. So it's really important to have that mentality and, you know, stay calm early and stay calm throughout the whole race. You got to have good composure to win something like this. Now, the only other thing we need to keep an eye on is if they rework it here right before they push out. I'm not sure if they're going to, but for the most part, we're dialed in about where we're going to be, and no matter what, I think we're going to be in the right spot. So got to form a game plan, and starting from the second row here, stay in the hunt, and make it happen.
your left rears. How many laps are left?
I don't know.
17?
I think that thing will make it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be careful though. He's gonna blow a tire before you. If he does, then you gotta baby it.
Check out these tires, guys. That's a 33 compound, which is a hard compound, and it junked it. This is better. Look at that thing right there. Oh my gosh. And that's like running in conservative mode. Honestly, I actually don't know if I ran more than 5 or 10 laps at full pace, really. Besides when I was trying to track Jake down, the leader, early on. I knew tires ended up being a bigger factor. They didn't work it. I thought they were going to. But tires were a factor, and the track just got hard and abrasive, and I was immediately pretty good off the bat and just got better as the race went on. Had a middle spot right before the fill break where I wasn't, but Dad made a couple air pressure changes. We put more fuel in, and I just kind of attacked the track a little bit differently, and you know, wanted to get to the lead, but I was actually not anxious to at all. Like, I was not feeling desperate. I was actually felt very comfortable in second. Felt like I was controlling the race from second because of how these restarts were. And finally, I just was like, all right, this one I need to get it, and was able to get the lead and start pulling away. So didn't have to endure too much there. Just got to the lead and, you know, hit my marks and brought home Turkey Shootout Championship. Well, the 2023 Turkey Shootout is a wrap. Here's a look at the racing surface, wide and slick. A nice little Holmes family sweep. Carly, of course, winning yesterday, and then we parked the 18T in victory lane there. And overall, my dad and I, you know, working together on the car, we just checked off all the boxes. We, of course, had speed going into the feature, and then, you know, didn't do too much early, got in position in second, where I kind of just was able to do my thing, manage my tires, see where I was better, where I needed to get better, to have a shot at getting the lead. Made it through the halfway break, and then, you know, put my game plan all into place and was able to take advantage of a restart. It's tough being the leader. Like, you're kind of in a bad spot. I was able to use the top in second as an advantage and get a run off the corner, crossed underneath down the front stretch, and then took the lead into one. And even though I ran hard early, I was able to save enough to where once I got out front, I still ran a good pace and was using up my tires, but at the same time was conserving them, and allowed me to kind of just get enough of a lead and then just, you know, go from there, and made sure I got to lap 40. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Big shout out to Factory QRC Jim Yelich for building the best cars on the market. Such a pleasure to be in a QRC card, and that thing basically drives itself. And glad also too that we're able to three-peat, complete our goal, and win another turkey shootout and cap off the weekend on top. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Deuces.